Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about Chaos as we get into the Hell Forges. Really, we're going to be talking about the Dark Mechanicum. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and this is Halloween week, so we're going to be posting a lot of cool Chaos-themed stuff. So be sure to subscribe, request anything that you guys would like us to cover, and let's get into 40 facts on the Hellforge. A Hellforge is a fallen forge world dedicated wholly to the ruinous powers and controlled by the Dark Mechanicus. This infernal forge of a fallen heretic scion of the cult Mechanicus reeks with the terrible smells of burning blood and scorched flesh, fed by souls as well as promethium and steel, constantly churning out arms, armaments, and demon engines for their Dark Mechanicus lords and their Traitor Legion allies. The legacy of the first Hellforges began during the galaxy-wide civil war known as the Post-Heresy. Aside from the human component in the Traitors' ranks, the power of the Mechanicum and their kin were also of great importance to the conflict. Within the ranks of the newly declared Dark Mechanicum, as the elements of the Mechanicum who declared for the War Master Horus became known among their loyalist brethren, could be found powerful elements of the Martian priesthood, the Ordo Reductor, and the Legio Cybernetica, along with many of the feared Destructo cults and a number of subcults which had operated for long years on the edge of tech heresy, all drawn together by the Fabricator General, Kelbor Hall. Within them came the support of more than half of the legions of the Legio Titanicus, as well as a dozen of allied knight houses, and even Mars itself was lost to the loyalists. The output and military powers of a forge world such as Sarum, Voss, Cyclothras, and Styges VIII have declared for the traitors, with others such as Anvilus, Inclandium, and Ryza paralyzed by civil war between their tech priest cohorts. The Dark Mechanicum hoped to restore the autonomy of the Mechanicum from the Imperium of Man. Their effort ultimately failed when Horus was slain by the Emperor during the epic Battle of Terra, and the loyalist elements of the Mechanicum succeeded in driving their chaos-corrupted brethren from the Red Planet and other bastions of the Machine God. Many of these so-called heretics of the Dark Mechanicum fled into the Eye of Terror alongside the other traitors after the Great Scouring, while the Imperium covered most of the territory across the galaxy that had been lost to Horus's traitor forces. In the aftermath of Horus's fall, many of the Dark Mechanicum who survived the subsequent purges found sanctuary within the various traitor legions and in dark corners of the Imperium, where their terrible arts have prospered and their undying hatred of the Imperium has festered down through the millennia. Within these dark realms, there are those servants of chaos who live beyond the normal ken of mortals, within a realm not entirely of the material universe and not entirely of the warp, a demon world, where the laws of nature and reason have been completely usurped by the whim of the ruinous powers. Here, demons roam freely and are constantly nourished by the twisting winds of sorcery as mortals become their playthings, with a value only as chaos champions or slaves. Demon worlds are a sanctuary for the worshippers of chaos, with the means and courage to flee to them. The Inquisition never rests in its effort to eliminate devotees of dark gods, but a demon world defies even their shadowy reach. A few demon worlds are dominated by the remnants of the Dark Mechanicus that once followed Horus. These Dark Mechanicus Hellforges are wholly given over to demon machines and infernal industries, where mills grind flesh and suffering is the currency used to make the insane visions of their nightmarish master's realm. Countless millions are enslaved to work in a world-spanning network of labyrinthian forges, churning out an endless supply of weapons and armaments for the Traitor Legion's long war against the Imperium. The masters of these Dark Mechanicus Hellforge worlds, most now half-demonic machines themselves, have long since left the shreds of their humanity behind, and are beholden to no one, be that mortal or chaos god. They sell or barter their unholy inventions and arms to the highest bidders, be they warlords, demagogues, chaos sorcerers, or even demon prince, without favors. And their coin of exchange is always the same: new raw materials, the flesh and souls of slaves for the Dark Forge world's unquenchable hunger. These fallen Forge worlds are enclosed in a perpetual blanket of dark gray clouds. Below the clouds is the source, stack after stack of vertical pipes, rising even to the lower cloud decks and billowing thick smoke into the acrid air. No sign of the actual surface can be seen, for all is covered with layered factories, which are burning, creating, and forging night and day, though there are few who can tell the two apart, given the atmosphere. Robed figures wander without wasteful delay in their tasks, exposed cloth allowing glimpse of artful metallic limbs. Closer examination reveals more of the real nature of these dark worlds. Unhidden, clear to even a casual glance, is the mark of the ruinous powers. Runes and glyphs of unholy meaning litter walls, declaring patronage to the dark gods. Even the heretics carry these marks upon their branded flesh, their allegiance to the machine gun burned away from their synapses. Some notable Forge worlds include Toil, which the demon Primarch Perturabo perverted the 8th ritual of possession, turning them against his enemies. Invoking Nurgle, Perturabo imbued his curse with extreme contingent and released it into the mechanical system of Toil, a former Imperial vassal Forge world. Raw chaos spread throughout the machines, and the hidden manufactorums began to change. On the 8th day, giant cables bursted from the earth, demonic machines hunted the living, and many-legged cathedrals of industry prowled the wastes. The planet was ultimately scoured of all native flesh and has been transformed into a world shaped by unreality of the immaterium. Recent reports indicate that the Adeptus Mechanicus domain of Uringborg 1572 has fallen from the grace of the Emperor. Its foundries turned to production of the tools of damnation at the behest of traitor Magi, and the status of its attendant, Titan Legion, and legal separatists unknown. It is the Inquisition's belief that given current commitments in that region and the continued uncertainty regarding the fate or loyalty of the legal separatist Uringborg 1572 is for all intents and purposes lost to the Imperium. Certain lords of the Inquisition have long poised the existence of a domain of the fallen Mechanicus beyond the boundaries of the Imperium's realms. Some believe it to be a forge world long predating the Age of Strife, which was never contacted during the Great Crusade. Various legends have surfaced of a world of crippled hellsmiths that prostrated themselves before a cyclopean machine altar, sending up veneration in sonorous binary chants that echo weirdly through the immaterium, and can be perceived by the Inquisition's warped seers when the tides of the Sea of Souls rage especially strong. The Inquisition has recently learned of the Fenotian Cell, whose unhallowed master believes Crucible Omega to be very real indeed, and that the altar its population worships is in fact a fully functional, standard template construct. And those were 40 facts on the Hellforges of Warhammer 40K. Now you guys understand what a Hellforge is. We gave you some examples at the very end, but of course you can find more on the wiki page. Click on the link down in the description. And again, if you want to share this with your friends, please do so. The cool thing is that this is Halloween week, so we're going to be posting a lot of Hellforge, a lot of Chaos lore videos to come. So if you have any suggestions, comment down below. And of course, I guess you could say you could pretty much talk about anything in Warhammer 40k, and it would be kind of creepy because everything is so grim dark. Really, the only thing we are not going to talk about for a while is maybe the Tau, because the Tau aren't really grim or dark. They're just kind of there, weeboos. But anyways, if you guys enjoy these videos, and if you guys want to support us, share this with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you guys use. It really helps out the channel. We're doing a bunch of giveaways, so make sure to stay tuned and watch to the end of every single video to get those giveaways. And then jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos. And for this week, you guys are getting special lore videos. You guys are getting creepypastas. So be sure to jump on over to the Patreon channel. A simple $1 a month is going to get you some awesome creepypastas. With that said, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.